La STM vous souhaite la bienvenue à bord.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Metro Anarchy, the first episode of 2021. We took a little bit of a break over the holidays, but we are back. My name is Fleek, and Metro Anarchy is a Cities Skylines video series that focuses on the public transportation aspects of the game. Now, in the past, we have found a city on the Steam Workshop and then pulled out all the public transport and rebuilt the whole system from the ground up. But in these next few episodes, we're going to take a little bit different of a tack. I'm thinking that I want to build a little bit more intricate of a metro system. So we're going to build what I'm calling a public transportation district. So we're going to knock out a section in the center of the city of Cliffside Bay and build an above and below ground metro plaza, basically. So if you have ideas about what we can add to the public transportation district, reach out to me via email, hit me up on Twitter, comment on the videos, send in ideas as we're building out this district. And as always, if you like the video, please give it a quick thumbs up. And if you like the series, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you do, pound on that bell so you get notified of upcoming episodes. So now as we float out over the harbor section of the city, let's get right at it building this public transportation district. So before I give you a quick tour of the city, I just want to give a shout out to the creator of the city, Modal Alva. Actually have a couple of other cities that I found of this person's that we may use in upcoming episodes. I just want to give a quick shout out there. This is really a beautiful city, about 215,000 inhabitants. Look at the nice layout. You've got a good mixture of high and low density commercial with the residential, and then our harbor industrial area down here. It's just really a gorgeous city. I don't know this. I'm calling it Cliffside Bay. That's the name of the save game. The actual name here is, I think, Korean. I couldn't find a translation, so if anybody out there knows what that means, let me know. But you've got your two interstate spurs coming in here. We may need to add in some exits. There are no exits. There's only this one entrance into the city, and it causes this big backup here. Although this is going to be the area where we are going to put our public transport district, so we will probably do a little bit of fixing there along the way. Let's take a look at the traffic. The traffic is pretty good. 77% does on these big avenues have some issues, but nothing terrible to say the least. And from a public transportation standpoint, it has just a killer bus system. Let me turn off the and go back to, there we go. It has a great bus system. About 4,000 residents and tourists using the bus system, right around 2,000 using the metro. So we have overall right around 7,000 people using the public transport right now. So we're going to keep the bus lines and get rid of the metro. It's got two metro lines. It's not a bad metro, but with the rebuilding that we're going to do here in this center area, I think it's best to just go ahead and get rid of the metro. One other really interesting note, I'm not exactly sure what caused this, but when I started up the save game, all of a sudden there was just a giant death wave, and then I noticed that the airport had stopped operating and all of the planes had disappeared, and it mystified me for a while. And eventually I figured out that there was absolutely no water and sewage. So I don't know if I have if there's a DLC that had an item that was doing all of the water and sewage for this save game, and I don't have that DLC activated. I have all the DLCs, but I don't have them all activated, so I ended up having to put this row of water purifiers in to get the water system back up and running. So that was a little odd thing that I ran into, but otherwise just a beautiful, beautiful city. So let me take a second and go ahead and pull out the metro, and I'll be right back, and we will start building our public transportation district right here in the center of Cliffside Bay. All right, so we have got our metro taken out. Let's go ahead and zoom into the area where we are going to build our public transportation district. So, idea here is that we're going to take out this freeway and a little bit of this freeway here, and then we're going to reroute it underground around here, kind of the big dig. And the reason why I want to get it out of the way here is so that when we make the connections, we're not running around underneath this area, because we are going to have to bring our metro lines in here. So that may get a little funky, but we're going to go ahead and bulldoze all of this area. So let me go ahead and jump in and do that real quick. You don't need to see me bulldozing all of this, so let me get this cleared out and we'll be right back. All right, so we have our interchange bulldozed. Now let's go ahead and get these freeways underground. So I'm going to grab my net picker mod and select this road, and we got to page up. So now let's go to each of these and get these underground. So I'm going to go out 10 units, and we're going to put this first one down to 9 meters down, and then the next one, the same length, 10 units, but we're going to go down to 12 meters, and it will become apparent in a second why we're going to do that. So let's go over here and get these down. So out to 10 units and down to 9 meters for this direction, and 12 meters for this one. And now let's go ahead and get the directions. Right, so this one here, opposite direction. Okay, so now let's take our squiggly line road tool. These aren't going to look perfect, but you'll see in a second how this is going to work. And get it around to here. Got to be careful because it tries to connect up to the roads up above. So here, with this guy connected there, and now we'll go the opposite direction here. I know there's a parallel line or a parallel road tool, but because it's underground, I'm not going to be looking at it all the time, so it won't drive me crazy. If it were above ground and it looked like this, it would drive me absolutely nuts. So, come on. There we go. All right. So we now have that, and we go back up above ground. It is all connected, and now we need to get these guys underground as well. So let's go back and I got it use the straight line. We'll go to 10, page down, page down, page down, 9 meters. Down, down, down. There we go. And we'll get this straightened out here. Perfect. Okay. So now I already tried this once and it takes quite a while to get all of the squiggly lines. I'm now going to use the highway ramp to connect these up to these underground passages. And now you'll notice one of the reasons why I made this 12 meters down and this one 9 meters down is so that when these come in, I can take the road that's going to this and put it underneath so that they do not run into each other. So I'll point that out once I get this all connected, but I will be right back and get all these connected up, and then I'll show you how that looks. All right, so as I mentioned, I took the highway ramp and I now built up these connectors so I can actually use this to show you the depths, because this was one of the hardest parts about this and why I did it off camera. So this goes just straight at 9 meters underground all the way over. So you got this connected up to go in this direction. Now we got to get this line onto this road over here. And this one is at 12 meters. Now this was actually, I probably should have put it down to negative 15 meters, but we got it done. So it comes along at 9 and then we drop it down a little bit, and then it actually had to go all the way down to negative 21 to get under this section of freeway, and then it pops back up and connects on. And then the other direction, we've got this guy just coming straight off. That one was really easy. And now this coming off of here at negative 12, had to dip down to a negative 18 to get under there, and then it had to pop back up to go over the top of this one and connect it back up there. So we are all set. Let's go ahead and unpause the game. And we should start to see this traffic disappearing. And yep, there we got some traffic coming through. Perfect. Excellent. Well, let's see where this guy goes. Is he gonna go straight? Nope, he's gonna take the turn. Perfect. So that's connected up there. We got some cars coming through here. Let's take a look at this traffic as it comes through. Probably get somebody coming off here at some point. And traffic seems to be moving along just fine. There we go. We got somebody coming along there. So that one's operating fine. And have we seen anybody come along here yet? Is that a car on there? That is a motorcycle, I think. Cruising along in there. So all of our underground tunnels are all good to go. So let's pop out back from underground. And there is our beautiful space that we are going to build our district on. So actually, that was all I wanted to accomplish in this episode. So let's go ahead and wrap up for this time, and we'll come back next episode and start building our public transportation district. Actually, before we wrap up, I want to do two other things quickly, or actually do one thing and then show you one other spot. I hate things like this. I hate it when the ground bubbles up like that. So you can go in and grab the Move It mod, go underground, grab this node there, and page down a bit. You can see it's dropping down that, and you can just flip back. There we go. And now we got to find this node and do the same thing, page down a couple times. And there we go. That looks much better. There's a little bump there, but I think we're okay. And then over here, Same thing. We got these ugly bumps. So let's go underground with the Move It mod. Grab this node. Page down a bit. Pop back out. Well, maybe a little bit more. There, much better. And I think this one is okay, but we might just put it down a tad. So there we go. That looks much better. Again, still a little bump there, but we are okay. Now, this is causing traffic issues, and it's causing it to back up even over here. You'll notice, where is that? Yeah, back here you've got this backup, and this is all being caused by this here. So we're not going to do it this time, but I'm thinking we might try to drop in a roundabout here. I made these roads one way going out, so we weren't at least having traffic coming across, but I think we also might do well to have a roundabout here. So we will take a look at that next time, but let's go ahead now and for real wrap up for this week. That is going to do it for this time. If you have a city that you would like me to feature in an upcoming episode, you can upload it to the Steam Workshop. There are directions in the description below if you don't know how to do that. And then either email or tweet that link to me. And when you do, let me know if there are any specific types of public transport that you would like to see in that city. Keep sending in your feedback on the series. I really, really appreciate it. And as always, if you have a quick second, please give the video a thumbs up. It really does help. And if you like the series, consider subscribing. And if you do, bang on that bell so you get notified of upcoming episodes. What other things should we put in our public transport district other than the metro? Reach out to me and let me know. And until next time,
mind the gap.